Reichlen's Kitchen. I'm Mr. Reichlen, and today I'm going to be talking about a sauce. One of the things I love to do the most in the kitchen is to make sauces. Why would I go to the grocery store and buy a sauce when I could easily make it at home? Everything in front of me on this table are sauces that I've made at home, including a mole sauce. This one was in the freezer, so it's a little cold to touch. Here's a chutney that I made. Here's a sriracha sauce that I made. Here's a pesto. Here is some chipotles that I grew and smoked and turned into a chipotle and adobo. Here is a imitation A1 sauce. And the sauce that I'm going to show you today is called Wojape. And Wojape is basically when you take some fresh fruit and you boil it down in water, and you add some maple syrup and or salt and pepper to it, depending on how you're going to use it later. And because we are in November, and during the month of November we celebrate the contributions of Native American heritage, and especially around the holiday of Thanksgiving, I think it is a great way to show thanks and reverence to Native American peoples by honoring them and cooking their foods. Now, some of you may know that Native American people have brought us many foods that we would not have if not for them, including certain types of corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, turkey, llamas, guinea pigs, peanuts, pumpkins, and many more. So I thought today would be a great way to honor that culture and show my thanks to the native people that came before us by making a Wojape sauce. Enjoy. I took this recipe today from the Sous Chef's Indigenous Kitchen, a book by Sean Sherman and Beth Dooley. It won a James Beard Award in 2018, and it is an excellent introduction to some indigenous cooking and recipes that use only whole, locally sourced ingredients. As you can see, I have my ingredients out. We have some fresh blueberries. We have some maple syrup, and I have a cup of water. I'm going to be adding these into my pan. I'm going to be placing my pan on the stove. Let's get the camera in a little closer so we can see. Okay, go ahead and add your water. I've rinsed my blueberries off, but they are not pitted or skinned or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that on. I'm going to let it come to a boil, and then I'm going to simmer it over low heat. As you can see, as the blueberries cook, they start to turn a little bit more of a purplish color, and they're starting to break up. We want to keep cooking them at a low heat. Once they've boiled, keep cooking them at a low heat on a simmer until they turn into a nice sauce, and that's when we'll be finished. As you can see now, guys, this sauce looks beautiful. It has a nice thickness to it. It's been going for about 25-30 minutes. I'm going to let it go just a little bit longer, just to thicken up just a little more. But all the fruit is very well incorporated or mixed in to the sauce. And the next step is to let it cool and to add a little bit of maple syrup to it. You can add as much as you want to make it sweet, though if you're going to use it for a savory dish like vegetables or meat or a piece of fish, you might want to use a little less maple syrup, and you can also add some salt to it if you want. So as you can see, we have a finished Wojape here in this bowl. Actually, this is a Wojape vinaigrette, which I'll be mixing with a salad made from roasted corn, squash, some smoked trout, and some beans that I have waiting to be finished. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, a little lesson about a Native American food called Wojape. I hope you try it sometime and enjoy it for yourself. It's delicious.